All right. So far we've looked at converting stuff, and we've looked at converting feet to inches, and then we got into 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. And now we're going to apply those skills to a word problem, which is more like real life. And I looked at number 70, and it's kind of nasty, so I thought it would be fun to do. And so, just like always, we read the problem. A cord is a unit of measure of cut fuel equal to 128 cubic feet. So a cord of wood is equal to 128 cubic feet. So that's our conversion. If wood is burned at the rate of a half a cord per week, so I'm going to write that down. There's a half a cord per week. Right? When you see that per, that's divide. How many weeks would a stack of wood measuring 12 cubic yards last? So we have 12 cubic yards of wood, and we're going to burn a half a cord per week, and the question is, how many weeks will we last? Well, what do we do with that? Well, trying to figure out where to put the numbers, we're trying to figure out how many weeks, right? So that's the x part, right? That's the x. And if you notice, it says cord per week, so it sort of helps us to know what to do. Like, we would end up with weeks divided by week, and that would get rid of those units. And then if we think about it practically, I have a certain amount of wood, that's the cubic yards of wood, and I burn it at a certain rate, and the question is, how long could I burn it for? And it kind of makes sense, right? So anyways, this is how we would set up the equation. This is the hardest part. If you can get to this part where you kind of set up an equation, you're going to be in pretty good shape. So, like we talked about, it'd be pretty easy to kind of go like that, right? 1/2 cord divided by week times x weeks. We could just get rid of the weeks. And so then we're going to end up with 1/2 cord times x is going to tell us how many cords we burn, right? Which is, we're kind of locked into this 12 cubic yards. But what's our problem? We have it in yards cubed. We have a half cord there. We don't know the conversion between cords and yards because we have it in cubic feet. So what do we do? Well, we're going to have to do a step-by-step kind of conversion. What we can do is we can say, okay, well, probably the easiest thing would be to convert the cord into square feet or cubic feet. It says here that 128 feet is the same as 1 cord, and so what we can do is we can go 1/2 cord times what? Well, cord on the bottom, 128 feet cubed on the top. And what that's going to do, like that, and we're going to end up with 128 cubic feet divided by 2, and so that's going to give us 64 feet cubed. That's what 1/2 a cord is. So we can say, all right, cool, 64 feet cubed times x, so in other words, we've just taken that and turned it into here, is equal to, now this is in yards cubed. We wish it was in feet cubed. So how can we fix that? Yeah, you guessed it. Let's convert those yards cubed into feet cubed. And you might remember it's 3 times 3 times 3, it's 27. But if you don't remember, that's okay. We are going to convert it real quick. And why am I doing it 3 times? Because it's in 3 dimensions, right? It's cubic. Right? Yard, 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 yards cubed. And so now I got 27. And I'm going to go 12 times 27 feet cubed. And when I do that, I'm going to get what? 270 plus 54 is 324? I hope that's right. Yeah. And so now I've got 324 feet cubed. 12 yards has been converted. Okay? And so now on this side of the equation I have feet cubed, and on this side of the equation I have feet cubed. So I'm probably going to do all right. What do you think my next move is? Yep, I'm going to divide both sides by 64 feet cubed. 64 feet cubed. And then I'm going to go x equals, and then I have to divide that, and I'll get some number. Again, the feet will be gone, and that's going to tell me how many weeks of cordwood I have. That's it.